So people on the internet forget things very quickly, and Dr. Iz and I have a history. Let me remind everybody of what Dr. Iz got in trouble for. So I originally called out Dr. Iz, 3 years ago, because he was making videos saying that Teflon is totally safe and all of the bad PFAS were banned. That's what he said. That is unequivocally false. It is a massive global contamination issue. He literally was mispronouncing PFAS. He was going PFAs, right? Noticed a pattern that he was defending aspartame a lot, right? And again, this was a few years ago when the World Health Organization was saying that aspartame is connected to cancer. Now, aspartame, which is in Diet Coke, is unequivocally bad for you. It's linked to lots of things, not just cancer. I was not the only person that noticed that Dr. Iz was defending aspartame a lot. Yeah, the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, they also noticed that Dr. Iz and a lot of other social media influencer nutrition people were defending aspartame a lot. Well, it turns out they were all getting paid by the American Beverage Association to downplay the findings of the World Health Organization and promote the safety of aspartame and basically say that all of the hundreds of studies and decades of research showing the connection between, cancer and dementia and all of that, disrupted gut microbiome, all of that was false, right? He was literally getting paid by Coca-Cola, Pepsi, basically all these ultra-processed beverage corporations to downplay these scientific findings, right? They actually cited him by name that if he continued to not disclose that he was being paid by the American Beverage Corporation when he was defending aspartame, that he was going to have to pay upwards to $15,000 per violation, right? I continued to call him out though, because he cherry picked a number of different studies and he always had a very narrow scope of what was healthy or what wasn't, right? Which is basically unless Coca-Cola or Nestle Incorporated admitted that something might be bad for you, he was not going to agree with anything, right? So I called him out so many times in so many videos that ultimately he ended up blocking me, which I found hilarious, right? And I have a whole playlist called Calling People Out. However, what I will say is that I actually just looked at Dr. Iz's page, and I have to say I'm actually very pleasantly surprised by some of the things that he's talking about in his page, because he is calling out the hypocrisy of RFK Jr., which I think is amazing. I've called out RFK in many videos. I have to say I'm very pleasantly surprised to see that Dr. Iz is standing up for that. Very, very cool. I support that.